a lot of people are probably getting tired of the lack of action. So, first season got over. Let's go over here. Finished 72 and 90. There really wasn't much action at all. Um, were a lot of trades, where a lot of guys kind of switched up. Dan Straley, bullpen is almost entirely different besides Goodell, Steinricker, Rosenthal, and Barcalow. We have Corey Knebel, Ryan Butcher came in at the tail end of last year with us, pitched pretty well down the stretch, and Tyler Clippard, who we picked up in free agency at the very end of the offseason. As far as the rotation, Chase Anderson is new. We picked him up as well in the trade with Corey Knebel. That was for Richard Urena, who we got from the Blue Jays, with another prospect or two. Um, the good news is we did not really trade anyone valuable. We did trade, some prospects. Obviously pitching prospects because we're so loaded right now, which is depth. Our first pick last year in the draft, Eric Cabrera, is a number 5 or 6 prospect in the game. Obviously, it's his first year, no professional action yet, so we're going to go ahead and leave him for now in Double A. I don't want to rush this guy. He has very good ratings, but he's obviously very raw, so I don't want to overdo it. Throw him in the big leagues or AAA and then just ruin it. And he starts trending downward instead of upward. Like I said, bullpen's pretty new. Still have a lot of depth in the bullpen, which is what I wanted to do last year. Picked up Trevor Gott from the Nationals. He struggled with us last year, but hopefully we're going to send him down to AAA and start working him in as a closer. Trevor Rosenthal is coming. His deal is ending this next year, and he's obviously going to want a lot of money as an A potential and 83 overall closer. Still not over 30 yet. He's probably going to want a lot of money, so we're going to go ahead and leave him. Hopefully Trevor Gott next year can come in and fill in his shoes. Real Muto behind the plate. We swapped backups, got rid of whatever his name was, and we're sticking with Tomas Delis for now. Spent the entire last year down in AAA. Got a few at-bats towards the end of the year. Really just a backup, nothing special. One of the big trades, I don't know if I did it while I was on here, was Matt Olson. We picked him up as a first baseman. Really just a power guy. Hoping to keep him in the middle of the order. He can do some damage. Had a lot of home runs, slug at a good clip. So that's that. Big left-handed bat. We traded Justin Bour and a few other guys for him. In the offseason, we did pick up 2 guys. This is the first one, Jose Altuve. Really had some money to spend, so I wanted to get a guy who was decently young. It was between him and Dozier. So we obviously went with Altuve. Hopefully he'll be, the guy that we build around. We obviously signed him to a long time, 7 years. So, obviously he's off to a good start. So hopefully he can keep it up for us. But it did kind of put create kind of a log jam in the middle infield, especially in the infield. Gurriel Jr. coming up, Diedrich, Rojas. Rojas had a very good year last year, hitting 294 for us. 783 OPS as a 69 overall in the deep potential. That's pretty good. He ended up basically being the starting second baseman and shortstop down the stretch last year. So, other than that, let's move on. Third baseman, we re-signed Yunel Escobar. We're going to go ahead and slide him over to third. Brian Anderson did a very good job for us in almost 200 bats last year. 276 with 772 OPS with 6 home runs. Very good numbers, but somehow his overall decreased, which I don't know how it did, but it decreased by 5 points. So we're going to send him down to AAA, let him get some, let him play every day, hopefully, and get that ranking back up. If not, he'll be a very big trade piece for us. Hopefully, he can bring in a good return. We can swap him. I was trying to swap him with Matt Chapman of Athletics, their third baseman. Decent power numbers offensively, but a very good, very, very good defender. Obviously younger by a year or two and has more control than Brian Anderson. Chris Owings, we went ahead and picked him up. He was kind of a last-minute guy, too. We're going to go ahead and throw him in at shortstop. He had a very good year last year for Arizona. 705. Hopefully just get some production out of him. Kind of use him as like a, a little bit of a bridge, I guess you could say. We also picked up Michael Brantley in the outfield, as well as Travis Jankowski. Jankowski's more or less just depth, some speed, some defense coming off the bench. Michael Brantley, obviously, very good hitter, very good career numbers. Signed him to a 3-year deal at a pretty good price, I think, for Michael Brantley. I mean, 8.5 basically over 3 years. He didn't have much interest at all. So there's that. Center field, still have Lewis Brinson. Don't know if he's going to get as much playing time as he did last year. He's basically the everyday starter until the very end of the year. Didn't really put up that great of numbers. So hopefully we can kind of get him, trending in the right areas this time. Still 24, still young. Still have Randall Grichuk. We made a trade for him last year. He's going to be a big bat in the middle of our order. So far this year, Chase Anderson threw an absolute gem. I actually played it, so that's probably why. The very first game of the year against the Cubs. 7 1/3, 13 strikeouts, threw a shutout basically. So obviously a very, very good sign of the guy at the top of our rotation. I really wanted to get someone at the top. As again, we only got him for 1 year unless we re-sign him. I haven't really peeked at how much he wants. Yeah, he's still only wanting like 2.5. So very good pitcher, very good under the radar pitcher. Just wanted some guy at the top of the rotation just to add a little bit more depth and keep some of these other guys down just a little bit longer, especially Gonzalez, Alcantara, and Cabrera. We have plenty of depth. I want this to be expedited as much as possible, but at the same time, I don't in a way. I want it to take its time and let it evolve over time, I guess. So that's really it. That's all you guys missed. I just ended it. I knew some people wanted to see some action, so I figured I would just hurry up and get through the rest of that year. Other than that, that's really it. We do have some new coaches. I went ahead and kind of cleared house and brought in a lot of guys with very good ratings. Billy Hatcher is now our new manager. Got him for very, very cheap compared to some of the other guys I was wanting. AJ Hinch, Mike Scioscia, even Mattingly. They were all pretty expensive, around $10 million a year. So he's a very good, bang for your buck as overall as a coach. Really no cons to him besides his demeanor. Got Brian Snitker, the Braves old manager, as our hitting coach. Only affects us in the drag bunting area, which I don't do much of, so that's fine. Bud Black, we picked him up as our pitching coach. Ks per 9, which is absolutely fine, is the only con. George Lombard as our first base coach. Fielding, obviously that's going to hurt us. We keep Freddie Gonzalez, and we bring on Michael Sherrock as our farm director. Other than that, that's really it. As you can see, number 5 prospect in the game, Eric Cabrera. That's kind of our big piece. Our Chris Bryant, if you will. So hopefully he can be, a big guy down for us, or for us down the stretch. Other than that, I don't think we have really any prospects on here. It's something that I really want to do is really load up this chart with prospects of ours. Obviously that's going to come from the draft. We really don't have a lot of people to trade. That I don't want to keep myself, really, besides Brian Anderson. I think he could possibly be going there this year. There's a pretty good chance of it, actually. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it just might, depending on how Escobar does and depending on how he does in the minor leagues and progresses. So we will see about that. In the meantime, definitely going to be more action this time around. These next couple episodes, I'll be playing a little bit more. We're a little bit better of a team, as you can see by our rankings. We opened up the season as, I think, the 14th ranked team. Obviously, we've had a little bit of a rough patch here, but I do think we do have a good team, so we can get that going. The one thing I haven't done is looked for holes, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Like I said, I think all our pitching is good. I like our starting depth. I like the amount of guys we have in the bullpen, especially in the minor leagues. Gott, I think, is next in line to take over the closing role. I would like to see a couple more catching prospects. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. First base, we're really good. We do have a prospect possibly to trade. But Matt Olson, he's kind of going to be our first baseman of the future. He's under control for the next 5 years, so we're going to go ahead and keep him. Obviously, second base, we're good. Third base, we do have some very young guys. These are 2 guys that we drafted last year. I picked up Melvin Baxter in a trade. So we might hold off on third baseman this year, but definitely, you know, we got to keep an eye on it because we're extremely young there, and it's kind of a position of need for us, to be honest. In terms of shortstop, I definitely would like to see more people here, so we're going to put shortstop. Definitely want to get a couple prospects, some blue chip guys. You know, it all starts in the middle of the diamond, so hopefully we can get, you know, that position built up, as well as left field. We have left field at the big league club, but I'd like to see some more prospects down there. So shortstop is going to rank 1 for us. I think as of right now, left field 2 and catcher 3. But catcher in the left field might switch. In center field, we are honestly very good. Have a lot of depth, quality depth, so I'm happy with that. And right field, still pretty good there. This guy made some leaps and bounds last year, bumped up about 7 points, so I'm happy with that. Willie Garcia is kind of our, you know, go-to guy if anything goes wrong, as well as Oswaldo Garcia. But we have Grichuk for the next 2, 3, 4 years, so we're gonna go ahead and leave right field off the list for now. So really just looking for catchers, shortstops, and left field. Those are the priorities. Shortstop being number 1. Honestly, probably more so catchers being 2, and then left fielders being 3. But I'm trying to operate this, you know, ball club on a, you know, year-to-year basis. So again, everything is subject to change. So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna update our trading block. Catchers, shortstops, and left fielders. That's really it for now. I don't think there's really anyone on there that I had any interest in. Really more or less looking for guys that could be in the minor leagues for a little bit. Bradley Zimmer possibly, but there might be a big haul for him, and there kind of is. So we're going to go ahead and leave him off for now. Victor Caratini possibly as a backup / future piece. But again, kind of a big haul for him. That one I didn't mind as much. I'd have to look at it again. But as of right now, it's a no. Other than that, no one I'm really seeing here that is eye-opening. So we're going to go ahead and leave that for now. There's really no one in free agency I need. I did try and go for Chris Medlin, but I ended up trading for Chase Anderson. So I'm happy with where we're at with that. I'm debating right now whether to play the Urena game or the Anderson game to let you guys get a look at Chase Anderson, because he's honestly pretty filthy, and I really like pitching with him. Always have for the last couple of years. I might play the Urena game, facing a right-hander. So we're good there. Let's go ahead and jump into this. One of the things that does bug me, though, I don't know if I've done it already. Yes, I have. We're good there. We are good all the way across the board, so we are going to jump into this game. On the road against the Phillies in Philadelphia. No one needs a break. No one needs a breather, so we're going to go ahead and leave the lineup the way it is. Oh, I should have moved Escobar up. Damn it. Phillies have Elvis Andrus, Tommy Pham, Brian McCann, and Drew Robinson. Those are all new guys. Be interesting to see. Bryce Harper went to the Pirates, though. I was not expecting that. Raciel Iglesias of the Reds, their closer. The current closer got traded about 10 times in the offseason to like 3 different teams, I think.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the first pitch of the night here is taken for ball 1, and we're
but I am liking the team. I definitely think we're still, possibly a year or two away, but we definitely have a good, some pillars now. we definitely have some impact guys and some impact guys coming up soon. So I am happy with it, where we're at right now.
Looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
And my battery is low.
When you win 3 of the first 4, boy.
Go ahead and plug this in so we don't run out of battery. That wouldn't be good. Hopefully it's be able to reach. This one right here. And we are charging.
Win 4 out of the first 5. That sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Williams is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Facing Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Phillies. Never really faced him before, so definitely kind of interested to see what he's got.
The middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters. The guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base.
Definitely should have taken some more pitches there. Thought it looked good though.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Altuve. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. And this one's nowhere close.
But yeah, Chase Anderson was absolutely filthy against the Cubs a couple of games ago. I mean, he was, I think it gave up 1 hit his entire outing.
Well hit the other way, and it's into
that should be a double, possibly more.
Turning for second is Altuve. And he'll post into second here with a 2-out double.
It's always nice to get something cooking in the first inning, even with 2 outs. Now your cleanup man steps
so I'll bring up Randall Grichuk here.
The first run of the game.
Here's Randall Grichuk. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Pham is there. And the inning is
That'll be it for us. Top half of the inning. Just missed one there. With Grichuk. So I'll bring up Jose Urena. Gave him a lot of action towards the last month or so of the last season. Didn't really do too great. Kind of the guy that has something to prove this season. Because, you know, he's got a lot of guys breathing down his neck in the minor leagues.
He can be pretty bad at times, but it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
He's definitely got good stuff. I mean, his fastball runs, you know, mid to high 9s. Got a good slider, a 2-seamer to go with it. He just doesn't, believe it or not, he doesn't strike out a lot of people. Definitely got a gift there.
Urena become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up.
Gets Nick Williams there with a high, hard fastball.
Swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. The fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 1-0. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. That's a 2-1.
Good pitch.
Now the 2-1. Hit out towards second. There is Altuve. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning.
9-pitch inning. Pretty good.
That'll bring up the
I'll bring up our slugger, or hopefully our slugger, Matt Olson. He didn't really put up that good of numbers last year. He definitely was struggling with Oakland when I traded for him, so his value was a little bit lower. But he came over, he did a little bit better, but not like I thought he would. So we will see how he does for the next couple years.
He's going to have a similar approach. Pham patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Digging in the switch hitter, Tomas. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Right over the
Definitely
middle,
throwing a lot of strikes.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
It's a base knock.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Tried to get a low fastball by me there.
Digging
Just dropped the barrel on it.
First shot to him here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
Escobar, for the record, ended up being one of the best players on our team last year in terms of the WAR. I think he was right around a 5. Everyone else was under 3.
1-0 home. Line drive to center field. Pham is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
So it was definitely nice to see from him, picking him up, you know, after the season started, hopefully. Hoping for him to help us out, and he really did. Gonna take a lot of pitches here just to get this guy's pitch count up.
Tough slider to the inside corner for a strike.
It's usually what I do when pitchers come up in a situation like this. You just take until I have 2 strikes, and we'll go.
No score here as we play inning number 2. A ball and 2 strikes to the Marlins pitcher.
There we go, 2 strikes.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Fastball swung on and grounded out.
Wow, that got through somehow.
And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard.
There's an error, I was going to say.
Here's Chris Owings now, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4
There's
in that
shortstop Chris Owens.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though. That fastball that's high in the zone.
Back up the middle. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the... So next to the plate for the Phils, Tommy Pham. He set to lead off the home half of the second. Line to the right side. Gritchett is there, 1 away. Now to the plate, Carlos Santana. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Here comes the first pitch. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well. And I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball. He's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone. And if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
Next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Bottom of the second here with no score. Swing and a miss on the fastball.
Get Santana on the high fastball.
Here's the catcher, Brian
Bring up Brian McCann.
Head-to-head with Jose Urena. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Ball strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
A ball and a strike to Brian McCann. The 1-1. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Hey, guys, right there. You look for weaknesses. Can a guy come in? Can he command in?
Thought about that
Not
before.
the case in this situation. He went to the well outside half 3 times, and eventually the batter made a nice adjustment.
Ready to to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
Count now a ball and a strike. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting.
Should be a third out there on a 2-2 count to Robinson.
And here's Pritchard to make the catch,
And it is. That should bring up Cameron Maven.
Digging in to try it again.
Top of the order here.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
Still throwing a lot of strikes.
Sometimes goes by the nickname Slim. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
First offering on its way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Fastball down below the knee.
2-0 to Brantley.
Boy, he just
Might
looks
be
locked
looking
in
something
at the
in the
plate
middle of
right
the
now
plate
to me.
here.
His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
They'll bring up Altuve, hoping to stake out of the double play here.
Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field.
Oh my God, I'm getting really bad at that.
Back to the warning track to do it, and there are 2 away.
Oh, I got so lucky right there. Oh my God.
Digging in for his second at bat, Rendell Britchett.
I thought it was going to be off the wall.
His last at bat. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Now a throw over, back in standing. Hit on the ground out to short. Andrews fields it cleanly. On to second for the force out, and the side is. Now at the plate, Scott Kingery. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Tries a bunt.
This gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Now another 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball.
33 strikeouts here for Urena. Not usually a strikeout guy, like I was saying.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Pivetta, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. This is flared out towards second. Throw-in time at first for out number 2. Riding in once again, Elvis Andrews. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Here it comes now to Andrus. And a fastball just a bit up. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
The count now at 2-2. 2-2. Grounded back up the middle.
Andrus gets a base now.
Base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Williams is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground. He has
97.
the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense to be put on their toes and have to make plays against this guy.
Ball and 2 strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now a little pop-up off toward the third base side.
Get him a foul out there.
Escobar will make.
Oh, bring Matt Olson up.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Olson. We begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Ready for another chance? Tomas Telis. He singled his last time up. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Popped him up. Robinson has a play. And he makes the catch for the second out. Up next from Miami, Yunel Escobar comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat.
By the way, after last year, Martin Prado retired. Just remembered. In case you're curious.
Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Hoskins will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move. Now at the plate, Rhys Hoskins set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Now.
That's a strike.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
Now the 2-1. Taken on the outside corner for strike 2. The 2-2. Gets him looking up around the letters. And that would be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike. 0-1, here it comes. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Maben is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Carlos Santana now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. Altuve waits on it.
And that gets us through the fourth.
Phillies
0-0.
now for the Marlins, Jose Arena. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Still got a decent amount of energy. Hopefully we can get him out of here.
Here comes the 0-1. Missed with a slider. A 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this one.
And that is
it's ugly.
The pitcher up there as he's not even close at that one and becomes out number 1. Leadoff man set down, and here's Chris Owings. First pitch on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The 0-1. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Can't get anything going.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the Ledger? He does. 8 in a row. He's set. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Olsen moving to his left. Makes the play. 1 away. Stepping into the box, Drew Robinson. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
I mean, the obvious key right now is the movement on his 2-seamer. He's able to spot it up in when he has to, and he's able to go back to it.
Check swing here as they'll appeal it down to Eric Summerskill at third, and he says no swing, so it's ball 1. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Chasing after it is Maben. 2 gone. Digging in now, Scott Kingery. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Kingery swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He's a second-year big leaguer. Fouled away. On the ground at third. Does he have another 1-2-3 in it? He does.
Got him.
7 in a row. He's set down now.
So we got to get something going here. We're going through their order the 3rd time. Might want to get someone up in the bullpen maybe. Possibly Clifford. For now. If we run into trouble next inning.
First pitch to him. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. The pitch. Hit hard towards center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning. Hey, pitchers, you better.
So I'll bring up Altuve. He smoked 2 balls. One of them fell, the other did not.
That's his 2nd hit of the ball game right there. Now I've seen him stop.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
Hey, this is a
really
perfect
want to stay out
opportunity
of
for
the
them
play
to get
right
on the
here.
board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
1-1 to count. Brantley aboard here at first with nobody out. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled
Jeez,
out there
3 balls
in
he
left
smoked.
center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rendell Gritcher. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Get a little bit more of a lead at first.
He's set. Here it comes. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And he stretches out in left, but this is off his glove. And
Still couldn't get the second. I thought I sent him. I guess I didn't.
This is their time right here. This starting pitcher has been on point all day. Runs have been at a...
Matt Olson, our big slugger. Hopefully he can get the job done.
Bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Well, this is speared by the first baseman. And he'll take it to the bag for the out. And there's your unassisted double play. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Nick Pivetta. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flat. Now, that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Nick Pivetta is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Maben is there. And that's the second out of the inning. Digging in once again, Nick Williams. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
That'll probably be the night for Urena. Just don't want him to see that heart of that order for the third time. But my offense here just can get nothing going.
Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Ned. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. 2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in.
3-1 count now. The 3-1.
Oh, that one cut over the ball.
And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. Ready for another chance.
Yep, ball 4.
He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. And there are 2 away now.
I think I'm going to get a pinch hitter here, yes.
Riding in once again, Jose Arena. He went down on strikes last time up.
Substitutions. Miguel Rojas. See what he can do.
Hit for the pitcher here.
Number 19,
and he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Slow roller back to the mound. On to first, and this will remain a tie.
So Urena's night is done. He gets a no decision. He will bring in Clippard, who has an inning on the year.
Second appearance of the season so far. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Digging in to try it again, Tommy Pham, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Lays off 1-0. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field.
Oh. Well.
This is one of those situations you dream about when you're a kid. He steps up in a big spot and blasts his first home run of the year to take the lead. Storybook stuff has come to life.
There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Phillies' first baseman. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. In past history against Tyler Clippard, he's 3 for 9. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Maben is there. No
Moving on to the 8th. We need to get some runs here. Leaving them in.
No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a liner. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one.
And go ahead and bunt him over there. Of course, I want him to do the computer to do it for me, because I cannot bunt in this game at all.
That's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Ball came off the bat dead. I thought that was squeezing through up the middle.
Now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out. Didn't get the call there, but you can't let that bother you. Just have to say, so what, and make another good pitch.
Looking at a tough pitch called a strike.
Can't complain. Probably make-up call right there.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get his...
Second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 1
Every
left for
time.
Miami. It remains 1-0. Drew Robinson the next to dig in. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Got him swinging on the split finger pitch, and that's out number 1. So next to the plate for the Phils, Scott Kingery. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Altuve at second on the first when there were 2 down. Jorge Alfaro will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. Throw to first is in time.
So Clippard gives a home run up to Pham, but he does pretty well for the rest of the time he's out there, so I can't complain.
Here's Randall Gritchick. His career numbers against Hector Neris. He's totaled 4 hits in 18 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Down the third baseline. Robinson is up with it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Ready for another shot now. Matt Olson. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And they'll take this on to first, and they're down to their final out, 2 away.
And hey, if the first baseman is playing straight up there, that's probably a double down the line. But in order to prevent that late in the game,
got a better
they had
hitter
him
here.
guarding the line, and it obviously
Might
worked
give
out perfect.
Diedrich a bat.
Derek Dietrich will
See
pinch
what he
hit
can
here,
do.
and he's the potential tying run. Line hard toward right center. And that finds some outfield
He gets it
grass.
down.
It's a base hit.
Pinch hit, base knock.
What an unbelievable at-bat right there in the 9th inning. Game on the line.
Then what we're
Get
gonna do
yourself on
is we're gonna
base.
put
Create an opportunity for your boy right here.
Jankowski out there,
Line ball
possibly
here as
get a
with
steal.
potential tying run aboard. They'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Standing in now, Yunel Escobar. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner back safely. Look into McCann, the 1-1. Swing, and he gets under this one as it's hit in the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit.
Jankowski will get to third here. Bring up the pitcher, pinch hitter. Real B. Have Brinson, Real Muto. You gotta go with Real Muto.
The hardest thing to do, Dero, is to get that
Go to the
one,
bullpen.
9th inning, 2 base hits in a
Sit
row
down
right
one of
now.
those
This is
guys.
where you really have to make some good pitches.
Well, I guess
It's
I can't.
never easy pitching the 9th inning, and this is an indication of that right here.
I don't know why it's asking me to put someone into the game.
A ball and no strikes. Pitch is a splitter in there, 1-1.
Big moment.
From the belt, the pitch. Lined into right
Gets
field,
down.
and it's going to
Tie
get
ball
down.
game.
A base hit. Here comes the runner from third, and we are tied in the top of the 9th.
2-out rally.
You know, Dero, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit that tied things
Now
up,
we're gonna go to
that
the
comes at a
bullpen.
really good time.
Yeah, I say it's
I don't
not
know
easy.
why
They
it's
got
doing
11
that.
guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And he misses with it, 1-1. His career numbers against Hector Neris. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Pham moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side.
That's it.
Travis Jankowski will stay in the ballgame as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Eric Goodell comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send
That is
this
not
one
good.
into extra innings.
Because
Phillies
we don't
batting order
have a
turns over and
catcher.
set to go. Elvis Andrus.
Uh-oh.
It was a flyout for
Not
him
good.
in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard hit ball to second.
Oh,
Dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Williams. A winning run is at first base.
leadoff base hit to start the bottom of the ninth inning right here. Everybody.
No
Swing
way.
and a shot hit down the corner. Gone! Santa Maria. Game over. So a two-run homer down the line in right. And none bigger than that one as this ball game is over. Not a lot of runs put on the board in this one, but here's a guy that found a way to make a difference. He's the top player of the game.
Good effort, but we come up short. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back soon with the third episode. I just got to take care of some stuff real quick, but that's it. See you later for some Miami Marlins baseball.